Hello everyone, and welcome back to Two Bros Game Night. I am your host, Older Bro.
I'm Younger Bro.
And today we continue in, we have no idea who the fucking murderer is.
God.
Or who the victim is.
Who made this game or show really must look up to M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, because
Like
it's just
he's
nothing but
making
twists.
a marathon about it, and it's pissing me the fuck off.
Yeah.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an aunt or something?
No, you're an uncle, you're a guy.
Huh.
We hope.
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent.
Yes, they are.
Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
I like the idea that he doesn't know who the murderer is either.
Yeah.
He
He's brilliant enough to solve who Genocide Jack was.
Yes. And
But he still doesn't
But
know
he has
who-
no clue who committed the murder.
Yeah.
But if Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer? There's one thing we can be sure about. We know about the killer. The killer was able to gain access to the real murder
So the
scene.
killer is a guy.
Unless they... Well, no. Because, What's-His-Face's book's broken. So the only ones left are girls. They has to be a guy.
Alright.
Since the crime scene was in the boys' locker room, you need a boys' handbook. Since Leon's handbook is broken, killer would have had to use their own, in which case it's a guy. But that's not enough. I need to find more clues, since we keep killing off girls. Or secretly guys. Celeste's account. What the fuck did she say?
She saw her in the warehouse.
God damn it. Yeah, I'm just trying to read what all these are. That's probably gonna fuck me over. Night before the murder, Chihiro was spotted leaving the warehouse. Blue exercise clothes. Clothes were not found at the crime scene.
Huh. Clothes weren't found at all.
God damn it. I hate when...
Damn that.
The problem is that I never remember what the button
Lead
is.
us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Probably.
Yeah.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Celeste.
All we need right now is any kind of new info.
Yep, that'll be it.
It's over. It's all over.
It's over, isn't
You
it?
want to know who saw the victim?
Isn't it over?
The killer. And only the killer.
Oh no, that's it.
And it's not like they're just gonna turn themselves in. Game over, man. Game over.
It's game over, man!
No! Not game over!
Yep. Okay. Skip through.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us?
Oh, that one didn't give me any time.
Clues are one thing. Did
Oh, it
nobody
didn't?
get a look?
I'm sure if
Maybe you
someone
only
saw
have
the
so much.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at yeah. All we need right now is
No, it
any
just
That
kind
one
of
did.
info.
It's over.
Weird.
It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer.
That one.
And only
No, that's wrong! The big reveal.
Yep.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes. I did see him.
Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is
Why are you hiding shit from people?
Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
Yep.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any
Or hide them in their
Yep.
room because...
And
Possible.
that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
Yep. So who was waiting for... Yeah,
Yeah.
who was waiting for Chihiro?
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
Yep.
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times.
So who did they go to?
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Absolutely.
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much, enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Oh, what a marvelous friendship!
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
Yep.
Knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously? Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
Absolutely.
Why? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
Or
Was
have the
noted,
stuff.
The evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say, but fine.
Seriously, it is easy for her to say.
Did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket? The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I
How
remember
about the jacket?
right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket you took.
It was blue.
Dabba dee dabba die. Oh fuck. Does Chihiro's track jacket really hold some clue about the killer? It's hard to believe, but I mean, Bae knows what she's talking about, so let's just keep going. Celeste's account.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise.
Yep.
So
That's
next
right.
we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So,
Maybe.
what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
No.
My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Cause exercising sucks.
Well, we know it wasn't him.
Tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any
Oh, yeah.
closer to figuring out?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it kind of did.
Kinda did. Because if we scroll down here, there it is. Exercise clothes. Celeste had not told anyone other than Makoto about this encounter.
No way. Not a chance.
You heard
You heard him, right? She's right. What he said was very odd.
He was on his way to go. So next we
Also
have
notice
why
that there's no
did he
blue
choose this
things appearing right now.
Yeah. Well, purple.
It
Yeah.
matched the one the culprit.
Well, yeah, perfect.
So, like the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
No, that's right!
No. What?
No, I know what I said. He's correct.
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said,
Stuffing a tracksuit or track jacket into a duffel bag.
she never said anything about the jacket's color.
Oh.
So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you? You just...
Hey, Celeste. What color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
Blue dabba dee dabba die.
In fact, it was blue.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know
Oh
what color
my
Chihiro's
God.
tracksuit was?
Because I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No,
Nope.
that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility.
Cherry.
Can we please not
Are
call
you
Chihiro
talking
Cherry?
about Chihiro?
chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
Stuffed it into his bag in a hurry.
Yeah.
Well, stuffed it into their bag in a hurry. Trying to hide it, and they were gone.
when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the
It's
tracksuit
impossible!
Nope.
It would appear you dug your own grave.
Yep.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
And yet...
Now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it?
Yep.
The true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why we said you knew who did it. To put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a
Well,
good
you
question.
see.
The way you talked, the way
Because I hate him! Wait, we're answering as her!
Huh.
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off.
I think that was wrong.
Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after
Oh,
he was
yes.
killed, you happen to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
Which is why she examined Chihiro's body extremely closely.
Oh, God.
You notice such a tiny detail?
She is the world's greatest detective.
She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you?
It absolutely was.
Kill Chihiro?
Because that's twist number like 5 or
Of
6.
course.
6 of 7.
Tell anyone. You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth.
Actually, it's your word against yours.
Gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal.
I mean,
You are the biker leader.
yeah, you are a criminal.
He
And I
would
thought-
never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come.
Okay, you need to calm down,
Wow.
Mr. Other
That's what
Voice.
my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah.
What the
that
fuck are you
reminds me.
talking about?
Weren't you telling me you found some evidence?
That you wouldn't tell me?
What kind of evidence? Actually, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? Fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then... Here it is. What do you have there? It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
You found it on the ground, then it must belong to Chihiro.
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
But it's not working.
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of the
Nope,
evidence
can't
of
break
the
it.
murder.
It's very hard.
I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
Yeah, didn't you say like 10
This one
tons
does
of
appear
pressure?
to be
Yep.
broken. As for all your confidence, that is a remarkably high.
Yeah,
for-
two of them have already failed.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere?
Oh, I absolutely do.
Precisely. Did the handbooks get broken?
I have no clue.
I
There's
got-
only one possible explanation. Hitting its weak point, hacking it by exploiting a bug. Well, we know they didn't hack it because we just talked about the
and you
fact.
can't hit it.
Yeah, so it's
it
got to
must
be
be a
exploiting a
bug.
bug. Debug to hell.
Shoot.
Nope, this is not a bug. So it has to be
Be
hitting its
hacked.
weak point.
Oh.
I got it!
Because they already said it can't be
You already
hacked.
told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Yeah! You remember that?
Yep, it's my
Sure,
job.
Maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the
Then
weak
tell
point
us.
actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and 2 of them broke in quick succession,
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking me?
You're being called to
I
trial!
think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Then fix it.
Tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example?
Just put it as a rule in the damn handbook.
Yeah.
Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break! I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna. The
Mondos.
temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees.
Kelvin.
Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin.
This is actually true.
If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then
It
the
could
killer
be-
must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
Yep.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Well, maybe when he was in the sauna with his bro, he also had his handbook and it's also broken?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
Just a
What
guess.
if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why.
But then how'd they get into the...
Yeah, how'd they get in?
And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who
Mondo
took their
or the other
handbook
guy.
into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa! Seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
It had to be the one who wore all their clothes into the sauna.
Mondo.
Nope.
No.
Yeah. Remember?
He didn't wear all
No,
of
no,
his
you're right.
clothes.
He did take all of his clothes in there, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's my answer.
Yeah. Because he didn't.
Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the
Yeah.
sauna not too
I wish I
long
could have saw the
ago.
image.
Remember
There it is. Yeah, it was him.
the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
Which is easily provable. Show us your
Yep.
handbook.
Wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt.
My God. Broken e-handbook,
Yep.
Chihiro's handbook, card reader.
Why would Leon's be broken?
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then
Maybe Leon got into the
broke their
sauna at
own
one point.
handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
So
Well, I got
that's the
both.
wrong one.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all!
Oh. No.
Wouldn't hurt a
Multiple.
fly.
No. The broken one is not Leon's handbook. That's Mondo's handbook.
Oh,
He took Leon's handbook
he switched
and
out.
used the handbook.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what
He
says
switched
you
out
Yeah.
the
broke your own
handbooks.
handbook.
Interesting.
Yeah.
In other words, if not, then that proves that what Makoto...
Well, my goddamn handbook works just
I have to
fine.
switch to the right one. There it is. So now we're gonna have to go through it again.
Makoto was wrong after Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Yeah, it's gonna be that one.
Let's test if what he said
You broke your own handbook.
In other words, if then that proves...
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
My
Damn it.
God.
See?
I'm starting to get
Mondo
tired
hurt
of
a
this.
fly.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
Let's test
If what he says is correct, you broke your own handbook.
Still getting time for this though.
if
Yeah.
then that proves...
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
It actually worked.
It hit it.
No, it's wrong.
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
Yep.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall...
Show us your handbook.
is actually Mondo's,
Yeah.
which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's. Yes?
Yep.
Doesn't that violate the school regulation that
Nope.
says loaning
No.
We
he
already went
stole it.
over this.
Here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things...
Or you could
more
just steal it.
Yeah.
As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch. What's wrong, bro? Come on, tell him he's wrong.
He can't. If he
He
tells
can't.
him wrong, he'll have to show the handbook.
You have to be wrong. Everything you just said is wrong. You made it all up.
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That
Yep.
way, everything will become clear. And we'll all...
Yep. Let's do it. Closing arguments. Okay. So we have Chihiro's in here. Sees that. It's gonna be
So-
this one.
Yeah, bag.
Okay. Stuffs it in. Runs. Then we've got...
Huh? She
the-
goes.
she doesn't go to the girls. She goes to the guys. So
Yeah,
where's
she goes to the guys.
guys?
That one.
That one. Then what? Goes to the guys' locker room. Is it this one?
Yeah, uses the key card.
Could be that one. We'll keep an eye on it. Sees Mondo. Wait. Yeah, so Mondo did know.
Oh,
Oh, no, it's that one. There it is. So not this one. This one. Goes to the guys' room. Puts stuff down. Mondo's in the room. She's very concerned about this. Putting stuff in locker. Closes door.
What instrument?
Yeah. I guess this. A bit of a strange one, but that's the only one that looks right. Unless it's this, I guess. Probably this one, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
maybe.
that looks right. So we'll put that one. Then... hits on the ground, dead. Rolls up the mat.
Oh, wait, no. The poster. Now the poster.
Yeah, now that one.
Takes Chihiro's body.
Goes to the girls' room. Swipes keycard. Now... puts up the poster. Puts the body down. Rooms are swapped. Leaves. Sees it. This is where he writes the thing on the wall. This is probably that. 'Cause I can't imagine it being much of anything else.
Accomplish.
Unless this is this one. How's this one? That's the letter for no reason. Oh no, hold on. His is the rope. This one has to be the rope, because clearly she's tied up in the next scene. So that's the rope. Ties her up, writes on the wall. Then goes to the sauna, throws those in.
E-handbook.
And what's this one?
That.
I guess.
Here's exactly what happened. First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct?
Yep.
At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste?
Absolutely.
With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime.
Yep.
She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Nope, that one's wrong. Need to rearrange. Oh, so it forces you to go back. So what, it's this one?
And then Chihiro goes in.
Okay, I guess it's just, yeah, swapped.
Alright, we're good.
I guess. Okay, try again.
You!
Oh, it starts from here. Okay, good.
But how could the...
Yeah, this order could have been either way. You can't even tell that's the open door.
She was really a he.
Got it.
Which is why he was able to use his own handbook to gain
Just say they.
access to the boys'
They
locker
is
room.
acceptable.
Yeah.
Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him.
Okay, so it's
Dang it,
not
the
this
blunt
one.
object.
Okay, it is this one. Okay, fine. But why would that be here? It's not... He's not... Oh, it's this one. Hold on. It's this random one. That.
Oh.
Okay.
The killer is you!
Attempt again.
Once inside,
There we go. Picked up the thing.
seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro,
And hit him.
Yep.
So we got it wrong?
attacked him.
No, we got it right.
And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the
Yep.
boys' locker room came from.
Exactly.
It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned.
Yeah. Don't know why he did it yet.
Yeah.
We still don't
Which is
know.
why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet.
Yep.
Then, removing the bloody poster.
Yep. Going to the girls' room.
And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course, but this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall.
Yep.
Using one of those,
Yep.
a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. they changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Then
That
Byakuya
could've
comes
been
in
the
for
end of
no
things,
fucking reason.
But no, Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated.
Yeah, because fuck everybody else.
So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's
Asshole.
lifeless body.
Yep. This also is the reason they made that rule about you can have an accomplice, but
Yeah.
only the killer
Using the
gets
victim's
convicted,
own blood,
so that he could do
left
this
a
shit.
grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter.
For some reason.
And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna.
Yep.
There,
Yeah, how
they
did he
planned to
dispose of them?
destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook.
Yep. No, it's not that one either. So this is the last one. What the fuck else is it?
That one.
What?
It looks like mail, but I think it's a handbook.
I guess that some of these just are not clear.
Here's exactly what happened.
There's, I think, only one other option, so it doesn't even matter.
And around
There we go.
Huh.
And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget.
Yep.
Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook.
Yep.
And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Orada?
Yep. Show us your handbook.
Wait. No. This can't be right. You need evidence. You need proof.
Oh, we'll get proof, guys, next time.
God.
Until then, remember, the future is extremely ultra uncertain. But you know what is certain? You guys are awesome. And there'll be more Two Bros Game Night next time. See you then.
Goodbye.